Hi, everybody. Pastor Tim here. Welcome to another installment of Gimme Five, where we take 5 or 6 minutes and kind of talk about some of the things that have been happening on Sunday mornings in the sermon time here at First Assembly of God of Shippensburg. And we just completed a sermon series called Equipped for Habitation. And I heard somebody say, and maybe I heard more than one person say, that as a church, we are more equipped for visitation than habitation. That means that the things that stick in our mind and our memories are those special times, those supernatural times, the times when the Holy Spirit of God manifested in a real way. And those are the things that we remember, right? It's good to have memories of that. We might call them Bethels, times that we remember when we met God in a supernatural way. But there's something about equipping a habitation. That means day to day. That means we don't have to rely on those sparks and fires. We have a knowing that God is welcome in our midst. That's in our home, at our school, in our workplace, and when we gather together as the church, whether that's in a church building or not. So we took about 4 weeks and looked through this, and we're going to take probably about 8 weeks and kind of take this apart a little bit in these 5-minute greetings that we have. Some people kind of reject the idea that we have to equip a habitation for God, because they might say, well, I have Jesus in my heart and that's all I need. I invited Jesus into my heart. Or they might say, I don't want to talk about this, sounds fanatical. My faith is very personal to me and very private to me. Or they might say, some of you may be even watching, I don't need the church. I have Jesus. Well, all of those statements are unbiblical. There's no such thing as Lone Ranger Christianity. We don't ask Jesus to come into our heart. We give him our entire heart. And to talk about our faith being personal, Jesus said, go into all the world and preach the gospel. Go into all the world and make disciples. We're called to share our faith. And that all starts when we equip a habitation for God. Visitation, most of the time when we talk about visitation, though, we're talking about welcoming people into our congregation. And there's a time and a place for that. But what are we doing to welcome God? What are we doing to create an environment where he is honored and where he is glorified? You know, there's a difference between family coming to visit for a few days and having them move in with you. It takes a whole different level of commitment to have them come and stay with you. And really, that's a good parallel to use, because when we think about we want to put God in this little box, and when we decide we're in a spiritual mood, well, then God can come. Well, that's a visitation. But when we live our entire lives and give him everything so as to create this habitation, this place where God is welcome, that means he is moving in. That means he knows every corner of our minds, everything. Maybe we have some doors in our heart that we like to close and lock. No, he has total access to those as well. So how is it that we can improve our welcome? Well, that's kind of what we're going to look at over these next few weeks. And not just to other people, not just to other believers. When you're thinking about your church, it's good to take time to think about how do we welcome other people, but I want you to focus on how do we create and be equipped for a habitation for God. You know, visitation is momentary. There are special times when it seems like God sovereignly moves, special times of prayer and revival and all of these things that are comprise the life of our church. But habitation is permanent. We're going to look at some scriptures over the next few weeks that kind of give some examples of this. And maybe through this series, we can learn how to discipline ourselves so that we're not just living on visitations, but we are seeking and developing and engaging in habitation. Well, we won't go any further than that today. That'll kind of be a good place for us to get started. But I welcome your comments, by the way. You can comment right here in the comment section, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook. You can email me at pastor@ at agshp.org. You can call me. The number at the church is 717-532-9154, or you can come visit us in person Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Thursday night, family night blast starts at 5:45, and prayer meetings, different things we have going on throughout the week. You can visit our website, agshp.org, find out a little bit more about us. But until we see you again next week, pray God's blessings upon you, and find a place. Go to your house of worship this Sunday. God bless you.